You're tuning into the Soil Conservation Connection. This podcast is brought to you by New South Development and Training, sponsored by the United States Department of Agriculture, the National Resources Conservation Service, and produced and broadcast by We Believe Digital Broadcasting. It may sound dramatic, but soil is actually a necessity for the existence of humanity. It's more than just a resource for growing our food. The soil is responsible for filtering our air, our water. It's its own natural ecosystem, and that is a few of the reasons why we must conserve our soil. So just what is soil? What is soil conservation? And why should I care? Tune into the Soil Conservation Connection, Saturdays, 10 a.m. on We Believe Digital. Hi, and welcome to the Soil Conservation Connection. I'm your host, Diedra Perry. This podcast is here to teach you about all things soil and soil conservation. I know you're saying, soil conservation, why should I care? There are so many reasons, and today we're going to explore those options with you, or those reasons with you, why you should be concerned about our soil. So I'm going to give you a statistic, and this still may not rattle you, but it will after we're done. The first thing I want to point out is that 33% of the world's soil is already degraded, and up to 90% of our soil could become degraded by the year 2050. This degradation is caused by deforestation, overgrazing, intense cultivation, and other harmful practices. Soil erosion is a major factor in the degradation, with an estimated 75 billion tons of soil eroded globally each year. Now, that may not be shocking to you, and you still may not care, but by the time we get through this podcast, you will. This podcast is brought to you by New South Development and Training. It is broadcast from the We Believe Digital Studios live here in Jackson, Mississippi, and it is sponsored by USDA. And we just want to thank them for enabling us to do what we love to do, and that's to help everyone understand how to conserve our valuable resources. When we come back in just a moment, we're going to get into some more facts, and I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why you should care about our soil.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today? At Earth Blend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earth Blend Coffee. To order, visit earthblendcoffee.co now.
Welcome back to the Soil Conservation Connection. Again, I'm your host, Diedra Perry. I hope you enjoyed that Earth Blend Coffee commercial. As you see, I have my little stash right here. If you'd like to get your own, I invite you to go over to WeBelieveDigital.com. You'll find a link there where you can order your own bag of the world's greatest coffee. Back to the subject at hand, which is our Soil Conservation Connection topic of the day. Soil is not just dirt, and why you should care. There are so many reasons why soil is critical to our very existence. In fact, we can't live without it. I gave that scary statistic about 33% of most of our soil being eroded, and in 2050, 90% being eroded. And that's a very scary thing, because we need soil. Just not if you're a farmer, not if you're an environment, just as a human being, we have to have soil. Here are 3 reasons why you should care about our soil. First reason that you should care about soil, that soil health helps us to breathe. Our soil plays a crucial role in helping us to breathe by providing a habitat for microorganisms that help decompose organic matter. This releases oxygen into our atmosphere, and we breathe it in. Number 1, soil helps us breathe. The second reason you should care about our soil is that soil cleans and captures water. Soils play a crucial role in cleaning and capturing water. Soil particles act as filters. They also have a negative charge, which helps in the filtration process. And believe it or not, soil is the largest bioreactor on the planet, with a rich ecosystem that helps in the cleaning of our water. Healthy soils are critical for ensuring clean water for recreation, consumption, and environmental health. Our Our soil is just so dynamic. There are so many reasons why you should care about soil. And I wanted to give you personal reasons. So the first 3 reasons, number 1 was that we use it for the air that we breathe. Number 2, we use it for the water that's essential for our life. And number 3 is that it is critical to the production of our food. You see, soil is critical because it provides essential nutrients, supports plant growth, and maintains water retention when it comes to growing our food. Soil acts as a reservoir for essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. All of these are vital for plant development. Healthy soil supports a diverse community of microorganisms that facilitate nutrient cycling and enhance plant health. And as well, soil management practices can improve soil health, leading to increased crop yields and reduce reliance on chemical fertilizers. There are so many other reasons, but if you can just take these first 3 reasons, you'd understand that soil is important, not just for a farmer, but even for you. So as you can see, the soil is so important. You can't breathe without it. You won't have water without it. You won't be able to eat without it. And there are millions of other reasons why our soil is important, but just those 3 reasons alone. So if we understand that we need soil to breathe, we need it for water, and we need it for food, and 33% of the thing that we need is already gone, it would behoove us to become proactive and find ways in which we can participate in soil conservation. Now, in future episodes, we're going to be laying out all types of ways that you can participate, ways that are easy. And in fact, each week we'll make sure that we give you a tip of the week so that you can help to reduce your own carbon footprint and to help in saving our planet and saving yourself for that matter. Soil is so important. So takeaways from today. We understand that soil is something that we need to survive. We understand that our soil is in danger, and we want to know about ways that we can protect our soil. And there's tons of ways. We will be talking in the future about growing your own food and how we can conserve the soil by producing in containers. If you are a farmer who just happens to be listening to the program or an environmentalist, we'll be talking about ways that we can participate in no-till, cover crops, and other things that help to reduce the erosion and degradation of the soil that we need so badly. There are over 14,000 different types of soil in the U.S. That's a lot. Right here in Mississippi, we have 7 different series types of soil, and we'll be discussing those as well in the future. Each type is important. Each type of soil does a different thing, and we need each one of them. So we want to make sure that we're tuning in every week, even if it seems like soil might be boring, because we know that we want to live in our future. So how can you help? As you see, we need it to breathe. We need it for our water, and we need it for our food supply. So having 33% of that thing that we need globally being eroded should make you a little concerned. Now, we don't want to get too concerned. Well, we want to be too concerned, but we don't want to be afraid. What we want to be is proactive. And so that's why we're doing this podcast. We really want you to understand what the soil is, why it's important to you, and what you can help do to conserve it. There are so many ways that you can participate in soil conservation. And each week we give a tip of the week, and that tip is designed to help you find simple things that you can do in your everyday life to help with reducing your carbon footprint and to help in the reduction of soil erosion. So before we close out, we're going to make sure we give you that tip of the week, but not before we give you this commercial about an up-and-coming show. It's 6 o'clock and it's time for Bus Stop News, bringing you the Bus Stop Report live here in Jackson, Mississippi. The Bus Stop Report here on Bus Stop News. The Bus Stop Report is highlighting all of your local and national news, entertainment, news, and gossip. The Bus Stop Report here on Bus Stop News. And here is our soil conservation tip for the week. This week, our tip is don't throw it in the trash, compost it. Composting is the natural process of recycling organic materials such as food scraps and yard waste and turning them into a nutrient-rich soil amendment known as compost. The next time you peel a potato or you cut a head of lettuce or you peel an onion, don't throw the scraps in the trash, put it in the dirt. We're going to go over more on composting in another episode, but that is our soil conservation tip for the week. Don't throw it in the trash, compost it. That tip of the week for composting should help you get through and feel better about yourself and what you're doing for the world. I have my own little composting bin at home. I have a few friends that use black garbage bags, even with the leaves that they collect when they're cleaning up their yard. But whatever organic materials that you can collect, whether it's from your kitchen scraps or whether it's from your yard, if you can place them in dark containers with soil, they will break down and make more soil and nutrients for the soil. So that's a way that you can help to increase our soil and to reduce the soil erosion right there at your own home. So we encourage you to find ways that you can continue to participate in soil conservation. And next week we'll be back talking about how soil forms and the different types of soil. And just like we said today, soil is not just dirt. I hope you found something interesting that you took away from this about how much you need our soil. And next week when we're talking about the different types of soil and how they're formed, I'm sure you're going to be very interested to find things that you didn't know about the dirt that we walk on, the dirt that we use for air, the dirt that we use for water, the dirt that we use for food, and so much more. So we want to invite you to come back next week and catch our episodes. Our pre-recorded episodes are always available on WeBelieveDigital.com on YouTube and Roku. So you can go back and play these episodes over and over again until you know what you need to know to be a soil conservationist. We thank you so much for tuning in to the Soil Conservation Connection. Again, we thank New South Development and Training for putting this program together. We thank We Believe Digital Studios for airing our broadcast, and we thank the United States Department of Agriculture for funding it. We invite you back next week on the Soil Conservation Connection. I'm your host, Diedra Perry.
You're tuning into the Soil Conservation Connection. This podcast is brought to you by New South Development and Training, sponsored by the United States Department of Agriculture, the National Resources Conservation Service, and produced and broadcast by We Believe Digital Broadcasting. It may sound dramatic, but soil is actually a necessity for the existence of humanity. It's more than just a resource for growing our food. The soil is responsible for filtering our air, our water. It's its own natural ecosystem, and that is a few of the reasons why we must conserve our soil. So just what is soil? What is soil conservation? And why should I care?